As any SEO knows, automated reports are just terrible. Rank tracking is nearly useless, and actually creating a valuable report that gives you insights and your client information about how the campaign is going takes time. It can take hours and hours, which is why us at Envision have been working on solutions to cut that time down without giving our client just some highlights of their ranks that went up or down, which really do nothing for them or us. And we've come up with a tool that we're really excited about. We've been using it internally for about 4 months now, and we're ready to share it with you. And with this tool, we've been able to get 90% of those insights we would get from digging through Google Search Console data for an hour down to about 10 minutes. And it automatically generates really nice custom reports for the clients that are hand curated by us. And I say Google Search Console because I really think that that's the best place to get data on SEO progress, at least for smaller local businesses. If you're bigger, you might be using Google Analytics to get most of your data. You might be uploading Google Search Console into BigQuery. But for smaller businesses, just going through Google Search Console, I think really gives you the best insight into how things are going. And so that's what we're going to do. Let's just jump right into it, and I can show you this spreadsheet. I've used this example from Elite Window Tinting. They gave us permission to use their data. And as you can see, this is the template that we can put data into, and it'll spit out a really nice report. Now, it does take some setup, and I've made a separate video for that. It takes about 20 minutes to get this set up for most of our clients. But then once it's set up, we can just reuse it every quarter. We do quarterly reports, and it makes it really quick to see exactly what's going up, what's going down, and give us insight into why that might be. So you can see in columns I, J, and K, there's boxes for us to put in data, which we'll take straight from Google Search Console. And then it's going to spit out these bullet points that we can use in our report. We might not use all of them, but it'll automatically word exactly what's going on and the traffic differences we're seeing. You can see I filled in the top row here, and it'll automatically give us the percentages, and it says overall traffic from organic Google search was up 54% and 635% year over year. So great. They're getting 600% more traffic from organic search. They must be getting 6 times as many leads, right? No, of course not. As any SEO knows, the fact that overall traffic is way up doesn't really mean much at all. It doesn't mean they're getting any more leads, and that's why it's so important to do these very specific searches. So we've identified some of our own, some of our favorites, the things that we like to look at. We want to know how specific products are doing. They offer window tint and paint protection film, and so we want to see specifically how many people are searching for those. But we also want to look at just non-branded traffic to their transactional pages. This is, I think, the most important metric for us to follow and for us to report on, because it gets rid of that blog traffic that, sure, it's great. Who doesn't love some blog traffic? But we would much rather have someone who's looking specifically for their searches. And we don't care about branded traffic, because who cares from an SEO point of view if someone's looking specifically for the business? They're going to rank for their own name no matter what we do. That has nothing to do with SEO. So looking at non-branded traffic to their transactional pages really helps us know how things are going. And this sheet makes it really easy. Once it's set up, it tells you exactly which regex filters to put into Google Search Console to get the data you need, and it makes the report for you. And then we'll take the bullet points that we find useful, we'll give them to ChatGPT. I'll show you an excellent prompt that'll give you a short summary you can put at the top of those bullet points, and you have a custom report that used to take us an hour or more that now takes us about 10 minutes. So let me show you how it works. As you can see, we've already done overall, which has no filters because, of course, we don't want to filter any data. We want overall there. But let's do this one I was just talking about, non-branded traffic to the Google Business Profile, Home, and Service pages. So first, we're going to look at the query filter. We're going to do a doesn't match elite. For some brands, you might need more words here. They might have multiple versions of their names. They might have people in their business that you want to block out. But this one is really easy. It's just the word elite. So we'll go over to their Google Search Console. And we'll, I've actually already put this in. So you can see custom regex doesn't match elite on the query filter. And then on the page filter, we have this really long query string that used to take us a long time to get with all their transactional pages and their Google Business Profile. And again, I'll show you how to get this in the longer video. But once you set it up once, you have this every time you do a report, and it's going to show us just those pages that we care most about. And then we just take these numbers Right now we're on compare last 3 months to previous period, and then we'll also do compare last 3 months year over year. We copy those numbers right into the Google Sheet. So I'll go ahead and pause this video and copy those numbers into the Google Sheet now. So you can see as soon as we put the numbers in, it spits out these percentages of the change. And fortunately for us, the numbers are up this quarter and year over year by a significant margin. And then it automatically generates the bullet point. Traffic from people searching specifically for your services was up 17% or up 111% year over year. So now all we need to do is go through each of these filters that we care about, put in the numbers and see what the bullet points are, and then we'll create the report. So I'll go ahead and pause the video and put all of those numbers in now. All right, so now we have the numbers from all the different filters we've created, and you can see it's created these nice bullet points over here. Traffic from Google Business Profile was up 23%. Now we didn't have a year over year there, and actually on the new version of the spreadsheet, it'll just omit that parentheses. So it just says traffic from Google Business Profile was up 23%. The reason we didn't have year over year is because we didn't have a UTM code in their Google Business Profile for the last year, but we do now, so we can compare to the previous period. And you can see branded traffic was way up. Non-branded traffic was up even more. That's one of the metrics we look at specifically. If branded traffic was up, that probably means more people are searching for their services. So we always expect non-branded traffic to be up more than branded traffic. Sometimes branded traffic is down and non-branded traffic stays the same, and that's a good sign because it means less people are searching for them specifically, so there's probably less searches for their services, but they're still getting just as much non-branded traffic. That's a win for us. And we can see window tinting went up by 28%, paint protection film went up by 40%, that's great. And we can see the blog is really the main source of this extra traffic they're getting to their website. That's great, but it would have been misleading if we just sent them this overall number and told them that, hey, traffic's up 635%. That would have been misleading because really traffic hasn't gone up 6 times, it's only doubled. Still great for us, but it gives us a much better picture. And sometimes overall traffic's up and traffic for the services is down, or the other way around. So it's really important to get these specific numbers. And the next step from here to finish this really nice report is to take the bullet points that we find most relevant. It might be too much to send them all of this, and we're gonna give them to ChatGPT, and it's gonna help us come up with a summary. Now, we're not gonna take exactly what ChatGPT gives us. We're going to edit it ourselves, but it gives us a nice starting point so that we don't have to do the heavy lifting of thinking about how to draft this summary. And so we have a nice template. I'm just going to copy these bullet points, come over here to our prompt template, and I'll share this in the description as well, along with the spreadsheet. All we have to do is type in the client's name here. Just move my microphone out of the way. Elite window tint, and then we paste the bullet points right here. And take all of this, put it into ChatGPT. You can see all my very personal chat history here. And it's going to give us a nice summary. I don't know what it's going to give us. We're doing this live. But it should be a nice starting point to help us get started on the summary. Now, this isn't all we provide in reporting. We also provide a Bright Local dashboard. We provide Google Ads updates. We do some rank tracking. We do a lot in our report, but this is really the core of it. And when we're determining what's working, what's not, this is where we really rely on the most. So sometimes it's a little braggadocious and I have to tone it down a little bit. But overall, this prompt gets us what we need. Now, we have a pretty friendly relationship with our clients. If you have a more formal relationship, then you might want to change this a little bit to make sure it's formal. I used the word casual in there at first. I do not recommend doing that. It'll go very casual. It'll be like, dude. So all we have to do is put the summary here, if I can copy it. Okay, let's just use the copy button. How about we do that? Still doesn't want to paste. There we go. And we put the bullet points below that. And we have a custom SEO report here that only took us about 10 minutes. Looks really nice. Might do some formatting. Might put it into our reporting template. But overall, it makes this process so much quicker for us. And we get some really good insights that would have taken us a long time to put together these query filters and try to remember all the different pages and queries that we want to search for for them. So I hope this tool can be useful to anyone else that's doing reporting and knows how hard it can be to make really meaningful, impactful reports. If you do, please leave a comment below. And if you like this video, you want to see more of this kind of stuff, we're going to be sharing a lot of how we do things here at Envision. So please hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video.